What is up, YouTube, and welcome to this Star Wars video. So if you're new to the channel, a like and a subscribe is super appreciated. If you did enjoy the video, of course, on your way out, please do be kind and leave a like and a subscribe with notifications on if you did enjoy the video, of course. So Star Wars The Last Jedi has been lighting up the internet ever since Boxing Day, which is the day after Christmas if you're somewhere outside of the UK. And it has been statements made by Mark Hamill regarding Luke Skywalker. And let's just reel this back a bit. So Star Wars The Last Jedi has been absolutely, fundamentally divisive. That is an understatement. Personally, I am a massive Star Wars fan ever since I first watched them taped off ITV on VHS. This is before the 1997 digital remasters, which of course I was straight there to watch every single one, even though my father and I were the only people in there when we watched Empire Strikes Back. But these were all stunning movies. Now, The Force Awakens had criticism that it was too much like A New Hope. I didn't care. I absolutely loved it. I did not think that was a problem whatsoever. However, The Last Jedi has proved to be absolute crap. There was very good action scenes in the movie. There were interesting choices, and the fact that they wrote Luke Skywalker to be a cynical, almost on the verge of child killer there as well. It just was not right. It's not for me. It's not how I would have seen Luke Skywalker, and I just cannot get the thought, the images of him milking that weird creature on the cliffs and then gobbling that up. That was something else. It was incredibly creepy. And now, if you have the same thoughts as me, apparently you are in the wrong, and you're one of the people who thought that The Force Awakens was bad because it was too much like the originals. Yeah, logic doesn't really work, does it? But we have got interesting words coming from Mark Hamill. Like I said, he is clearly not a fan of of kind of the portrayal that Luke Skywalker has had throughout the movie. So let's take a look at some of the words, or take a listen to some of the words that he has actually said in interviews over the past month.
What's the biggest difference from when we last saw Luke in the end of Return of the Jedi to when we meet him now in The Last Jedi?
That's the mystery of the ages. Since it's no longer my story and there's a new protagonist, I had to try and fill in that for myself. It's not important to the story, but it is for the actor to try and figure out, who is this guy? How did the most optimistic, hopeful character in the galaxy turn into this hermit who says it's time for the Jedi to end? I read that and I said, what? I mean, that's not what a Jedi does. I mean, a Jedi is optimistic. A Jedi has tenacity. He never gives up. He doesn't secrete himself on an island, but you'll see. I mean, the wait for 8 is nearly over. It certainly surprised me to hear Luke say it's time for the Jedi to end. I said, what?
Yeah.
Luke was the most optimistic, hopeful character, and
Yes.
I had a real, sort of a back and forth with Ryan. I said, Ryan, a Jedi doesn't give up.
I remember you saying that, yeah.
You know, a Jedi, if he does something wrong, he makes it right. You know, even if he's traumatized and goes away, he regroup within, I don't know, 6 months, but 20, 30 years? Come on.
So there, it seems quite clear that he does not like his character's portrayal. He says that this is, they're moving on from George Lucas, and he's also said as well, aside to this, that he actually wishes that the film's creators had listened to George Lucas, which is arguable. I'm not sure if I agree with that, just because, well, the prequels, they're not that good. Although I really do have a soft spot for episode 1 and 3. Attack of the Clones I really don't like. I will watch that if I am on a binge watch through all of them on May the 4th or before a next Star Wars movie. But it's evident that he does not like the way that he has actually been written. And I have to I'm confused as to where Rian Johnson was coming from with this portrayal of Luke Skywalker. It just does not fit. Just for the fact that, well, he's a craggy old man and he's just chilling out there on the island, which for me, I'm not. That's not me. It's just not me. But he is actually, a lot of people saying that he hates the movie. He hates The Last Jedi, which we would have expected him to from what he said. But he's actually said in a Twitter post, he said that, I regret voicing my doubts and insecurities in public. Creative differences are a common element of any product, but usually remain private. All I wanted to do was to make a good movie. Sick. I got more than that. Rian Johnson made an all-time great. What? No, he didn't. No, he really did not. There are a million flaws with the movie. Maybe the fact that Canto Bight could have been avoided altogether if possibly Laura Dern's Holden actually decided to, fill everyone in with the plans, or her plans, for everything. Phasma was completely and utterly wasted. Admiral Akbar died pretty much off screen, which is really stupid. But Mark Hamill does not hate the movie, albeit this does feel like a studio pushing him to actually kind of clarify what he has actually said. So yeah, it seems clear that from what he said, he doesn't hate the movie. But he just disagrees with the way that his character has been written and portrayed, which I really don't feel that he would have gone from The Last Jedi, or Return of the Jedi, sorry, to going right through to this movie being how he was in the movie. So let me know what you think in the comments. Did you enjoy The Last Jedi? Did you hate it? I want to know all your opinions. And to be honest, just for the record, I'm probably going to go and see it for a third time because it is Star Wars, and I will always love Star Wars through thick and thin. Just think about the prequels and where we've come from and where we are now. Bye-bye.